Every extramarital affair is a practice. On the weekend, my husband and I sat on the sofa and watched 2 episodes of the TV series The First Half of My Life. In the episodes that are about to end, the heroine Luo Zijin has undergone a marriage change and transformed from a housewife who only knows how to buy to a working elite. The husband said leisurely, Luo Zijin was cheated on, which actually made her happy. Otherwise, it would be boring to live alone for a lifetime. Although this statement is a bit unreasonable, it also hits the point. Over the years, I have heard about and witnessed many extramarital affairs. Some ended up being broken up and the wife and children were separated. Some ended up being lost, getting forgiven, and holding the hand of the original spouse again. The endings were various, but no matter what kind, for the parties involved, it's all a practice. Before the Spring Festival last year, I received an invitation from classmate F to hold a wedding and remarry my ex-wife at the best hotel in the city. F had an affair with her the year before last, and she was obsessed with her new love. No matter how you looked at her, she was a sweetheart. When she got home, she filed for divorce with her wife. His wife was a standard, gentle, courteous, thrifty, and accommodating type of woman. She tried to persuade him to stay again and again, saying that as long as he was done with the outside world, she would never mention anything about the past. Relatives and friends also advised, what a wonderful wife and such a lovely daughter, how could she be willing to abandon her? But if a person is obsessed with ghosts, he will not be able to listen to anyone else. In the end, the two signed a divorce agreement, the children and the house were given to the wife, and F left with his belongings. F, who had regained his freedom, quickly shared the news with his young lover and told her that he would marry her immediately. The woman was actually very angry, and said, "Who said she wanted to marry you? What does your divorce have to do with me?" F's eyes widened in shock and his mouth was speechless. At this moment, I could see clearly the true face of her darling. He was just one of her money-making targets. There were countless people like him. I regretted it so much that my intestines were blue, but it was too late. In fact, person F is not bad, he is just in a sea of love and has lost his nature. He wanted to go back and ask for forgiveness from his wife, no, his ex-wife, but he didn't have the nerve to ask for forgiveness. He just wandered around his old home every day to see what his wife and daughter were doing. Every time he saw his wife and daughter, his heart ached. For a moment, I wanted to beat myself up. One night, F was walking near his wife's house again, and unexpectedly saw his wife and a man walking, talking and laughing. His eyes were red, and he wanted to rush up and ask what was going on, but who was he at the moment? After finally waiting for the man to leave, F ran over and grabbed his ex-wife and asked anxiously, "Who is that man?" The ex-wife was startled by the ferocious look on his face. She said he was a colleague and she met him while walking and chatted with him for a while. F shamelessly told his story over the past few months and begged his ex-wife to give him a chance to look back. He was willing to spend the rest of his life loving them both. F's ex-wife still had feelings for him. She was heartbroken when he heard what he said. She hugged him and started crying. No, there is this remarriage ceremony. F said that he made this wedding the most luxurious within his ability. In this way, he showed his determination to turn back as a prodigal son. Today, F is simply a good husband, doing laundry, cooking, cleaning the house, and doing all the housework. He said that the happiest thing in the world is to find something lost and to have it again. The joy of having it again is really indescribable. Perhaps, you will say that such a marriage is really boring and will leave a shadow for a lifetime. This kind of scumbag should be made to suffer for the rest of his life. I used to like this kind of happy grudges, but after traveling through thousands of rivers and mountains, I no longer stand on the moral high ground and blame easily. I understand that life is not black and white, right or wrong, and life and human nature are complicated. In the first half of my life, Luo Zijin, played by Ma Yili, was reborn from the ashes after divorce. In real marriage, she was also cheated on, but she did not choose to divorce. She said, "Marriage is not easy, so do it and cherish it." She chose to forgive. A few days ago, Ma Yili won the Magnolia Award. Her husband posted on Weibo, "Proud of you," and Ma Yili replied, "We achieve each other." People can't help but think of her words in the play. In the first half of a person's life, there is no right or wrong, only growth. How you go and what kind of life you live depends entirely on your own choices and efforts. Yes, that extramarital affair made my Yili and Wenjiang learn to cherish and be tolerant. In the end, the two became the strongest comrades in arms, standing side by side and facing the unpredictable ups and downs of the world. If you say that such a marriage is not good, the two people will have a rift after all. But how can there be so much perfection in the world? If you really take them apart and reorganize them, you will find that no combination can be more golden than the current one. Partner, when I write this, you must not think that I am singing praises for cheating. I am just telling the truth. There are cracks in everything. That's where the light gets in. I think this sentence is very appropriate in this kind of marriage. Of course, not every extramarital affair has a prodigal son who finds his way back. There are also people who become addicted to this game, which truly explains that there is not one cheating, only 0 or countless times. In the community where I moved, there was a neighbor who has been married for the 4th time now. This eldest brother is the kind of standard scumbag who falls in love with someone he meets, then divorces and gets married. All responsibilities and obligations are not as good as his. Love is important. I have been his neighbor for 10 years, and I have never seen his family stay quiet for many days. There are not many divorces that are quiet. His family was noisy all day long, and sometimes they even made noise outside, making it known to everyone in the community. He got married and divorced again and again, but he didn't get anything. Instead, we, the spectators, sighed and sighed again and again. He summed it up in one sentence: a good marriage has only 2 words: cherish. However, what is quite ironic and inspiring is that the eldest brother's first wife used to work in an accounting firm. After the divorce, she resigned and went to a city in the south. She established a firm foothold in a foreign company and became an indispensable part of the company. One, moreover, is married to a director of the company. Some neighbors said that they once watched her take a foreigner back to her parents' home during the spring festival. He was blonde, tall, powerful, and extremely handsome. Life is a practice. In fact, every extramarital affair is also a practice. In this practice, some people find their way back from the lost path and gain elevation. Some people are like a mirror, providing a clear warning to onlookers, but they themselves make their lives messy in their chaotic emotions, and still others was stabbed in the back, but he was able to quickly recover and enter a new world. Of course, the best marriage is one that never has an affair, betrayal, or hurt. I wish to have the one who loves me, and we will never be separated until we grow old together. Alright, this part of the story ends here.
Want to know what happened next? Let's listen to the breakdown next time.